We begin in Esplugues de Llobregat, a modest town on the outskirts of Barcelona. Life here was far from glamorous, but even as a child, Lamine Yamal stood out. On sun-baked community fields, surrounded by the bustling rhythm of everyday life, his feet danced with a football in ways that defied his years. His talent was unmistakable, a raw, electrifying spark that hinted at something extraordinary. From those humble beginnings, Yamal would embark on a journey that would take him from La Masia's hallowed grounds to record-breaking feats on the global stage, setting the foundation for a career destined for greatness. Lamine Yamal's story begins in Esplugues de Llobregat, a modest town on the outskirts of Barcelona. Born in 2007 to a family of Moroccan and Equatorial Guinean heritage, his upbringing was rooted in a blend of cultures, resilience, and community. By the age of 5, he was already a standout, catching the attention of local coaches who marveled at his composure and technical ability. It didn't take long for his potential to reach the ears of scouts at La Masia, Barcelona's world-renowned academy. At just 7 years old, Yamal joined the institution that had shaped legends like Messi, Xavi, and Iniesta. Even among the brightest young talents, he was exceptional. Coaches described him as a once-in-a-generation player, someone who could redefine the game if nurtured correctly. People who watched him play would share clips on social media, calling him the next big talent at La Masia. But how did a boy from a small town navigate the pressure of demands of La Masia while keeping his passion intact? Barcelona was reeling under an injury and financial crisis. With the Liga's severe restrictions in place, Barcelona could not afford to sign players at a whim. They turned to La Masia for help. The question of when Lamine Yamal would step into the spotlight was answered on a historic evening in April 2023. At just 15 years and 290 days old, Yamal made his La Liga debut for FC Barcelona against Real Betis, becoming the youngest player in the club's storied history to play in the league. The anticipation was immense, the crowd buzzing with excitement and curiosity as the teenager stepped onto the pitch wearing the iconic Blaugrana jersey. From the moment he touched the ball, it was clear that this was no ordinary debut. Yamal displayed poise and confidence that belied his years, effortlessly combining with seasoned teammates like Robert Lewandowski and Frankie de Jong. In a matter of minutes, he had created chances, demonstrated his trademark dribbling, and left defenders scrambling, a glimpse of what the future held. In his debut season, he would end up with 9 goals and assists across all competitions, including the UEFA Champions League. The football world took notice. Pundits marveled at his composure, fans erupted in celebration, and comparisons to legends like Lionel Messi and Ansu Fati began to circulate. But Yamal wasn't fazed. "I'm just doing what I love," he would later say in an interview, grounding his historic debut in humility. This milestone wasn't just a record-breaking moment, it was a declaration. Lamine Yamal wasn't here to merely participate, he was here to lead a new generation of talent at Barcelona. Ansu Fati, a talent as good as Yamal, had faded, not by personal choice, but by the injuries that plagued him. Could Yamal sustain this brilliance under the weight of expectations and the spotlight of global football? Lamine Yamal's rapid rise reached new heights as he donned the Spanish national jersey. His debut for Spain in September 2023 wasn't just a milestone, it was history in the making. At 16 years and 57 days, he became Spain's youngest ever player and goalscorer, netting a crucial goal against Georgia in the European Championship qualifiers. The strike was a moment of sheer brilliance, a sharp run into space followed by a clinical finish that left the opposition stunned. It was the start of what would become a golden chapter in Spanish football. But the pinnacle came during the UEFA European Championship later that year. Yamal was instrumental in Spain's journey to the final, dazzling fans with his creativity, vision, and maturity. His standout performance came in the semi-finals against France, a heavyweight clash that had the footballing world glued to their screens. The match was deadlocked at 1-1 in the dying moments when Yamal stepped up. Picking up the ball on the left wing, he danced past 2 defenders with his signature feints and acceleration before curling a perfect shot into the top corner. The stadium erupted as Yamal sprinted towards the corner flag, arms outstretched, cementing his place in the hearts of Spanish fans. That goal wasn't just the winner, it was a masterpiece, showcasing his composure under pressure and knack for delivering in critical moments. What were you doing at 16 years of age, was the question the commentary team left behind when Yamal scored one of the best goals of the tournament. In the final against a stacked England, Yamal played a pivotal role yet again. His pinpoint assist to Nico Williams opened the scoring, and his relentless pressing and creativity kept the English defence on their heels throughout the game. When the final whistle blew, Spain lifted the trophy for the first time in over a decade, with Yamal hailed as one of the tournament's brightest stars. By the end of the Euros, Yamal had recorded 2 goals and 3 assists, stats that were remarkable for a player of his age in such a high-stakes tournament. More importantly, he had solidified his reputation as a generational talent, someone who thrived on the grandest stages. Fans and pundits alike began to wonder, with so much already achieved, what heights could this young prodigy still reach? With great talent comes great responsibility, and for Lamine Yamal, the challenges of stardom arrived as quickly as his success. At just 16, the expectations placed upon him were staggering. Every touch of the ball and every movement on the pitch was analysed and scrutinised by fans, pundits and the media. Comparisons to the legends like Lionel Messi and Andres Iniesta became constant, while the weight of representing both Barcelona and Spain at such a young age loomed large. Yamal faced the pressures head-on, leaning on a strong support system that included his family, coaches and teammates. Xavi Hernandez, Barcelona's manager, played a pivotal role in guiding the young star, balancing his playing time while shielding him from undue pressure. "He's a special talent, but we need to let him grow at his own pace," Xavi remarked in a press conference, emphasizing patience amidst the hype. Adversity wasn't far behind. Yamal experienced moments of doubt, like occasional dips in form and the physical challenges of competing against seasoned professionals. Yet it was his resilience that shone through. After a minor injury sidelined him briefly, he returned stronger, showcasing a maturity that defied his years. On the pitch, Yamal's style of play continued to evolve. His blistering pace, close control and ability to operate in tight spaces made him a nightmare for defenders. Beyond his individual brilliance, he possessed a tactical intelligence that allowed him to seamlessly fit into Barcelona's possession-based system and Spain's dynamic approach. He wasn't just a flashy winger, he was a complete player in the making. At the Ballon d'Or ceremony, Lamine Yamal was awarded the 2024 Golden Boy Award, given to the best under-21 player of the season. Yamal is the youngest to receive this award. Looking ahead, Yamal's potential seems limitless. At Barcelona, he is already seen as a cornerstone of their future, with fans envisioning him as the face of the club for years to come. His partnership with Pedri and Gavi promises to usher in a new golden era at Camp Nou. Meanwhile, for Spain, he represents the next chapter in their storied history, a player capable of leading La Roja to global dominance. Such is his importance to the Barcelona team that in the ongoing 2024-25 season, Barcelona have not lost a match where Lamine Yamal has started in La Liga. His trivela passes from outside the boot, have become a signature at every game, with fans and experts dumbfounded at how he continues to give such difficult assists. For Yamal, it is just pressing L2, a reference to how a trivela pass can be made in EAFC, the most popular football game. Dominance at such a young age is unfathomable. Yamal showed the same maturity during the Euros. Popular reporter Fabrizio Romano reported Nico Williams, the goalscorer in the final, stating that he was very nervous when it came to the semi-final and could not sleep. Yamal, though, showed no signs of nerves, something Nico could not believe, and his worldie of a goal at the semi-final showed as much. However, every story requires balance. With how Ansu Fati ended up, there are constant fears surrounding Lamine Yamal and his work rate. Too much football for a body that has not developed completely could lead to long-term injuries, and as such, Barcelona has been careful with Lamine Yamal's game time, trying to rest him whenever the chance presents itself. The journey isn't just about trophies or records. For Yamal, it's about growth, passion, and inspiring the next generation. He has already given performances people end up with only once in their entire career. With his feet firmly planted on the ground and his eyes set on the future, Lamine Yamal is poised to etch his name into the pantheon of football's greatest. The only question left is, how far can this prodigy go?